So very good evening to you all. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur, is organized a world record series 2. Today there is 296 of the launch series, and the keynote speaker for today's session is on dais Honorable Subadra and Ma'am. So firstly, I welcome to you, Madam, for the dais.
Thank you. Thank you.
I welcome the chief organizer of the series, our ideal principal, M.M. Betkar sir. Also welcome faculty members and all those sweet participants. The topic for today's presentation is 9 ideas for choosing your passionate career to become a millionaire. Now this topic is going to present, as I have mentioned, Honorable Subadra and Madam. She is a director, Reframing Growth Solutions at Chennai. So with this brief introduction, now I request to you, Madam, please start your presentation on today's topic, 9 ideas for choosing your passionate career to become a millionaire. So with the kind request, please start your presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Prashant. And thank you, Dr. Bedkar, for inviting me. It's my pleasure, actually. And a little bit of introduction about me, and welcome to all the members who have joined in, and let the others also keep joining. A little brief introduction about me. See, I'm an internationally certified career coach, and I have coached nearly 3,000 plus individuals for choosing their passionate careers, and some have become really very successful in their career. Like, for example, long ago when I was a child, we did not know the career options available. We just had 4 or 5, doctor, engineer, lawyer, teacher, that's all. And we used to go pushed by our parents, by family, whatever marks we got in school, study those subjects, study that stream, and then go on to do that. That is how we chose a career. We went into a job. Most of us started earning lots of money also. But is that really what we like to do in our lives? That was a big question mark. Some, okay, it's an average around, it's a 80-20, 80% of the people are still, if you see the working professionals, are still not very happy with what work they are doing, although they're getting money, and which is enough for a luxurious life. They're not very happy about it. There are some 20% of people who are passionate and happy about it. So in that way, today I'm delving upon the topic of how to choose your passionate career, that is your best fit career. Before going on to that, I would like to say that, see, each of us as individuals are all very unique. None of our 5 fingers are same. Similarly, each individual is different. All of us have some skill, some ability. It is not that somebody is not intelligent, somebody is over intelligent or anything. It can be on any matter. So each one has to find out where their skill is, how good they are. Hope you're able to understand my English, or should I speak in Hindi also in between? How is it? Anybody? Okay. So each of us have some hidden talent that we have to find out before we choose our career. So here I would like to just say that today I'll give you just 9 simple ideas in how to go about choosing a career. Can I share my screen, Dr. Bedkar? Yeah, just give me a second, please. Yeah, are you able to see my screen? Okay, thank you. So today's topic would be 9 ideas for choosing your passionate career. How does one go about choosing a career? The first one, which all of us need to think, is passion. Now, what is passion? Passion is something that we love doing a lot. Some may like reading, some may like playing, some will have some interest on that. It is not a hobby also. It is something that you love doing, that even if, as a child, for example, I used to love reading, always with a book in hand, whatever it is, storybook. Then some parents used to come and tell me, no, you should not read such storybooks. You should read your academic books, study books. But even then, hiding from them also, I used to read. So that is where the passion is. Even if somebody fights with you, don't do this, don't do that, still hiding from them, you do that. That is called passion. So that is basically a mental emotion, It brings in a lot of enthusiasm in whatever you do. It can be in any way. And how does it affect your career? See, here we can see two individuals, both of them very successful in life, have they pursued a career, they have earning lots of money, but one person is sitting dejected and he is earning money is there beside him. The other person, he is risen to great heights, no doubt, has become both very successful, but still, and he is very happy about it. He has a lot of free time also. He is getting lots of money also. So how is this possible? That is because he has chosen what he has liked in doing in his life. Like I said before, during our lives, we just had 4 or 5 careers. We went into studies, that is all. But is that what is passion? That is not passion. That is what you were bent, what you were pushed into doing, we were doing that. For example, take the example of, you can say, Sachin Tendulkar. Everybody knows Sachin Tendulkar nowadays, is it not? He's a very famous cricketer. At the same time, he's earned a lot of money. He's been a multi-billionaire. How did he go on to do this? Was he very good in studies? No, he was an average student. He used to go to school, college, everything, but he was just an average student. But he followed his passion. He loved cricket from a very young age. So whatever all said and done, even if it used to rain heavily also, he always went to the cricket field to have his daily quota of cricket. Whether harsh summer, heat also, he used to go and play. And his parents and his family, of course, supported him. Today, he's so well known, he's a multi-billionaire. At the same time, he's achieved a lot of records. He's broken so many records, achieved so much in his life. So this is one small example. Take Shah Rukh Khan. All of you all will be interested in movies, I'm sure. So what did he do? He was passionate about acting. He did not get it in the first go. He started as a small TV actor. But slowly, over so many years, nearly 20 years down the line, he has built up his reputation as a very famous big actor who is now much in demand, not only in India, worldwide he is recognized. Take the example of Walt Disney. What was he? He was first just an ambulance driver, but he was very passionate about cartoon characters, amusement parks, and all that. So even if he was doing his ambulance driver duty because of his poverty, he was not able to fend for his family. But at the same time, he started pursuing his passion also. That is why today we have so many amusement parks, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, all were created by Walt Disney. So these are some of the people who have followed their passion right from childhood. Then now there comes a question. Does everyone who follow their passion become so successful? Can passion not be derived at a later age? Here I would like to give a small example. My father, he is 80 now. He was a very good student. And during those days, his main ambition in life was to become a doctor. He studied very hard for it, got good marks. But those days, the medicine field, as we all know, is not like today. Those days, they used to see the personality, the handwriting, apart from the marks. So, because only my father's handwriting was not good, he could not get a medical seat. He was dejected, forlorn for so many days. Then suddenly he got an idea, okay, what if I cannot become a people's doctor? He went on to pursue agriculture. He did his PhD. He got a doctor added to it. And he started saying, what is it if I cannot treat plants? If I cannot treat human beings, I can treat plants also. Treating plants also is a doctor. So he turned his passion from treating human beings to treating plants, and he became a world recognized scientist today. Today, even at the age of 80, I get his motivation from him. He sits with his iPad, with his laptop, nearly 18 hours he writes papers, corrects papers, theses, guides students, gives lectures, and so on. So he's turned whatever he could not follow, that he turned his passion into something else. So there are some people like him also that you can turn your passion also at a later stage of life. So the first thing for a successful career to find out to become a millionaire is you should find out what you're passionate about. What do you like doing? So how do you go about finding this passion? Some of us at one same instant will jump and say, I like doing this, I will become this. But there are so many people who have a lot of interests, lot of hobbies. So they don't know which to pursue. So to find out your passion itself is a journey. You like the road less traveled. You have to explore within yourself to find out what you like doing most. You can find it out in some hours, like some people, like Tendulkar. But there are some who could not find their passion for a long time. For example, I was a very good student, academically very strong. So, like those days, what happened? So, you get 90 marks in maths, 80 marks in physics. I went on to do my BSc Physics Honours. Then I went to do MSc Maths. I took a career in that also. But although I liked mathematics and physics, I was not very inclined towards that. Slowly exploring within myself, I found that I loved teaching youngsters, taking because I consider the youth to be the future of tomorrow. I liked helping them out. So what I did is, at the age of 50, I did another master's with social works and counseling. That's where I got a lot of interaction with youth. And I said, okay, I did not choose my career, passionate career at that stage. The youth today, probably the earlier they choose their career, it will be all the more better for them. So I started doing an international courses in career counseling and switched my career into career counseling. I'm just now enjoy doing it, enjoy helping the youth and the people to find out their passion. So what is a passion? First is you have to find out, you have to sit down, explore within yourself, think what you like doing. That is one way of finding out. There are different ways also. If you still cannot find out, you can talk to people around you, your family, your parents, your friends, and they will be able to guide you that you are good in this. Probably your mind may get distracted towards that, and you may think that, okay, that is my passion. So there are different ways of finding out your passion. So that is why we have to find out what is your why. What does this mean? Why are you here? What do you want to achieve in life? What is your goal in life? Say at the age of 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, where you would like to see yourself. So once you find out your why, then you have to find out ways on finding out your passion. So the first thing for a passionate career is to find out and discover your passion. The second one is, if you have found out your passion, now you have to go about the journey of carving out a successful career. How do you do it? You have to develop all the skills that are required. What are the skills? It is not only studies. There are two types of skills. One is, of course, the professional skills. Once you find out your passion, suppose it is an engineering career that you want to pursue. So you have to take up the subjects accordingly, what all is needed, and get the required qualifications over there. But is that enough? Nowadays, it is not enough because there are two types of skills called the professional skills and the personal skills or the soft skills. The soft skills play a huge role in shaping up your career. For example, there are many soft skills, some of which are shown in the screen, like communication, teamwork, creativity, problem solving, adaptability. Let's take an example of communication. Now, what is communication? Just conversing, talking to one another. But how should you communicate? It should be an effective communication. For example, take this. There's a small story. In an ashram, there was a sadhu who was practicing vipassana. He had plenty of students, and these students were not allowed to speak for the whole year. Vipassana means you have to maintain silence, maun. So they never used to speak. At the end of every year, the sadhu used to call the students and just ask them to speak just two words. So there was a particular student who, after 1 year, when the sadhu asked him, how did you pass the year? He said, just two words, bed hard, went away. Another year, he practiced vipassana, came back again. He said, how are you feeling now? Awful food, bad food, he said, that's all. The third year passed, then one more year passed. At the end of the third year, again, when the sadhu came and asked him, how was your year? He said, I quit, and he left. So what is the moral of the story over here is the communication, even if you do not speak much, if you have powerful communication, just 2 words was that powerful that we can see the whole story in that. And that is how we can remember the story also. If you find this to be very amusing, you will remember the story forever. Just 2 words, that whole meaning is conveyed. So that is how communication plays. For another example, you have all the academic qualifications. You have studied a lot, excellent degree. There are 2 candidates, each with 95% mark. When they come to when they are applying for the job, they come to the interview stage and they come onto the interview, they are facing the interview panel. The expert panel is sitting. How do they judge the two? Both of them have got the same mark. Both of them have got the same skill. All other extracurriculars are all same. So who gets the job? There is just one job. It is only the person who is able to communicate in a very effective manner with the examiner that grabs the opportunity. So communication plays a very important role in getting that job. You have to develop an effective and pleasant communication to be able to put your views across to the examiner. So this is one of the soft skills which is required for a successful career. There are others like teamwork. We cannot do any work with one finger. We need all 5 fingers. Suppose we have to pick up something to eat also. We need all 5 fingers. Similarly, if we are together in a team working towards a single project, then we will become more successful than we doing alone. So you need to develop teamwork skills. Then creativity. How does creativity come? It is just out of the box thinking. Had there been no creativity, new inventions, new technology would not have come in. So all these skills are again needed for a successful career. Apart from that, of course, you need leadership, you need motivation, confidence, and so on and so forth. So these are some of the soft skills that are needed. So apart from pursuing your academic degree, you have to upskill yourself in all these soft skills also. So for a passionate career, now we need to first discover your passion. Then you have to develop your skills. Once you have developed your skills, what do you have to do? You have to use all your resources in a fulfilled manner. And what is the top resource that you have, everyone has, is our mind. We have to adapt our mind first to following our passion. We should know that it should be inborn in our mind that, okay, I'm going to do this. I have to follow this passion. So you have to have your mind to have a strong mind, a confident mind. For example, take the case of a girl who was growing up with a family of engineers and MBAs. So even though she could not find her passion or hobby or anything, she was always surrounded by these people, and she kept on hearing about engineering, MBA and all that. So her mind got tuned to her becoming an engineer and an MBA later on in life. So that's how your mind gets adapted as a small child itself during your growing up years. That is your first resource. Apart from that, there are so many resources like books. You need to read books more. Internet, the whole web is there for you to learn a lot. So all this has to be taken into account so that you keep on upskilling yourself. Use all these resources in a fulfilling manner, in which way you can all become more fruitful. This is the third point. So first is discovering your passion. Second is discovering your skills. The third is using your resources. The next point I would like to say here is embrace the change. Now, what does change mean? If you all just sit back and think, was the world, the society, the community the same as it was 10, 15 years back? No. Every day it is keeping on changing. Something new or the other is coming up. Science is something new is coming up. People are inventing something new. Technology is changing. People's mannerisms and behaviors are also changing. So we need to accept that change is the only constant. Once this gets instilled in your mind, you will be able to adapt yourself to the change and embrace the change which is taking place. For example, long back, how did people communicate from one part of the world to another? First was the pigeons. They used to attach letters, write in the pigeons, they used to send. Then came telegrams. Then came the phones by which people used to converse. Then remember around 20 years back, the first, before the mobiles came in, it was the pagers. Then, then came the mobile phone call. Now are the pagers there? They've all gone. It's become redundant. So it is all, technology is advancing day by day, that each time we have to, unless we, if we would have stuck onto the pages, we would have stuck on there itself. Would not have been able to converse with people, talk to people. That is where the cell phones came in. So each time we have to embrace the change. For example, a friend of mine, her son, he was an engineer, MBA. He was working in multinational companies. He worked for nearly 20 plus years. Then this COVID happened. Everything became a lockdown. Many lost their jobs. Not he. He was in a senior position. Lost their jobs. World came to a standstill and all that. What happened? The job was not satisfying. It was not good. Then he thought, okay, enough is enough. He put down his papers, and even though he was not good, he started trying to start a business, an entrepreneurship. 3-4 years he struggled, but now, since entrepreneurship is picking up, he's become a successful entrepreneur now today. So he has embraced the change that came about. All of us teachers, before pre-COVID, we never knew about Zoom or Google Meet or how to conduct virtual classes, anything. But today, teachers have all embraced the change. They've gone on to teach children virtually. The world has become such a small place. So you need to embrace the change, adapt to the change. So this is the fourth idea, which is very much needed for a successful career. So once you embrace the change and you become adaptable to the change, you will conquer the world. You will conquer your ambitions. The next most crucial is, you have discovered your ambition, you have discovered your skills, whatever you have, unique talent that you have. Then next is, you have used your resources, you know what resources you have. Then you have adapted to the change. But how do you go on to achieving what you want in life? By being consistent, taking one step at a time. You need to set a goal for yourself. At 60 years, I want this. At 50 years, I want this. 40 years, I want this. 30 years, I need to be here. It can be anything. It can be materialistic, it can be spiritualistic, it can be whatever. It can be houses, it can be car, whatever you want. You need to set your goals first. Long-term goals, medium-term goals, then short-term goals. And the short-term goals, again, breaking into small steps. And each step you need to cover up. It doesn't mean that every step you'll be successful. Some step may be too steep to climb, you will fall down again. You will fail. That is, you will fail. But fail fast so that you can succeed more faster. There is no one person who has been successful at the first instant. Every famous person, every intellectual person has always failed in some way or the other. So it doesn't matter whether you fail or not. You should not take failure as a setback. Instead, be consistent and focused in towards your goal and your approach in life. That is the only way to be successful. The next is, with having all this, we need the time to do everything. So how do you do that? We should learn how to use our time effectively. There are so many ways of managing your time. I'm not going into the details because there are many techniques of time management that one can practice. Reading all that, for example, there is a Pareto analysis called the 80 by 20 rule, where you do 20% of your work in 80% of the time. There is a Pomodoro technique where you break down, you do one task at a time, take a break, an interval, come back to the task again, and then do the task. Then there is a time blocking method where you list down your tasks, you block each time, and then you do the task in the time. So there are different methods of time management techniques available. and that's a different workshop altogether. So one can go through all these timing techniques that are available. Pick one, just one, which suits you, because each technique does not suit every person. It is different for everyone. So suit the technique that suits you. Pick up one and then try to utilize that in your daily lives. You will see that you will be able to be more productive, make your work more attractive, more fulfilling. So use your time effectively and consistently. After all this, the most important one is health and relaxation. That is self growth. Finding your passion, using your skills, managing your time, being consistent towards your approach, using resources, embracing change, all that you can do only if you have sound health. That is a fit body and mind. So health does not imply only to being fit physically. Mentally also one should be fit. There were some webinars where mental health experts have come in and spoken about the effectiveness of mental health. That's taking a toll nowadays. So you need to be fit. All of us have just 24 hours in our time. So we need to make a conscious effort to devote at least half an hour to 1 hour each day for our health. Unless you have health, you cannot be successful in anything. You cannot achieve anything, none of your goals or anything. So you should understand that health should be the first priority. That is the most important wealth that one can ever have. Again, apart from health, for that good health, you need to unwind, to relax a little bit. However hectic your life may be, you need some time to be yourself, to spend time with family, friends, go out on vacations, go out shopping or just window shopping, whatever way in which you can relax yourself, unwind yourself, be stress free, take a time to detox yourself from your gadgets. These things, although they might sound very simple, they go a long way in promoting and carving out a successful career. And another important one is be optimistic always. Never go into a negative setback. If they can do it, so can you. We can do it. So always say, I can do it. I can do it. And you will see that you will become successful. Nobody could become successful in just a day or a couple of weeks. Each one has some unique talent which once you discover and you find out and go along the exact correct path, you will be able to do it. So never lose that feeling that you cannot do it. You can always achieve your life goal, always. So for this, what do you need to do? You need to look at successful people, have role models, have idols, and then read about them. Read a lot of books, good books. Read about your role models. How did they make their life so successful? Read their biographies. Try to emulate whatever suits you best, whatever you like about them, and stay focused in your goals, in your whatever you want to achieve. Then you will see that you will be able to achieve your goals in life. The last one I would like to say here is, see, now when we as students, we had no career options. We never knew of any passionate career. Just 4 or 5, we went on, switched on. Today, would you believe it? There are nearly 35,000 plus career options. Any field that you take up, there is a career devoted to that. So one cannot browse or go through or read about these 35,000 plus career options and then find out which is suitable for you. For that, you need to take the advice of experts who are in that field. For example, suppose you have a heart problem. Does anybody go to an MBBS doctor? They can give you a general medical health checkup. If you have a heart problem, you have to go to a cardiologist. That is an expert in that field. Suppose in your house, your pipe is leaking in the bathroom. Whom do you call? You call a plumber. We can also take a screw, those nuts and bolts and try to tighten up, break the water flow and all that. But can we do it? We call the plumber, who is an expert in his field. So there are experts in each and every field. Find out the expert who's needed for you to discover your passionate career. Take the advice. They will be more suited to help you because they have a number of tools with them, scientifically proven tools like assessments, psychometric assessments, brain mapping systems, counseling practices. So there are many ways in which they can rule out the careers which are not suited for you and then go into the careers which are more suited for you. So take expert advice. So what all we have seen? We have to discover a passion first, develop the skills, both professional as well as your personal skills. Use the resources of which the mind is the primary resource and to your advantage. The internet today is a storehouse, is a powerhouse of knowledge. You can take a lot of knowledge from there. Then embrace the change that is taking place each day in and out. Be consistent towards your goals, your ambition in life. Have set your goals, your long-term goals, mid-term goals, short-term goals. Then take care of your health by being physically and mentally fit. Physical exercises can be anything that you like. Some may like going to the gym, some may like taking part in sports, some may like doing yoga. So, any of the exercises. And for mental health, do some breathing, concentration exercises, meditation, and so on. There are so many nowadays. So, take care of your health, relax yourself. You have a right in that 24 hours to take out some time for yourself to pursue your hobby, your interest, whatever it may be. It may be singing songs, it may be listening to music, it may be going out on a family holiday, whatever suits you. So you take time off for relaxation and always be optimistic of the life because we all of us just have one life to live. So enjoy your life to the fullest. Be a lifelong learner. Learn everything you can. You can even learn from a small child, right? From a small child to a very grown up person also. Take so learn as much as you can each day, something new or the other to keep your brain active. Then last but not the least, take an expert advice. They are the best persons who can help you to discover your passion, to help you in your journey, in take going along with you to discovering your best fit and passionate career. I have written 2 books on career. One is An Enticing Career, same 9 ideas, more elaborately I have explained in simple language with a lot of examples. And another one, there are, like I said, the personal skills which are very much needed to sustain you to becoming very successful in your career. They are called the power skills, like communication, focus, goal setting, discipline. So these are there in the second book. Both books are available on Amazon. You can connect with me with my website is there. This is my Linktree code. If you want, you can scan it and keep it. You can connect with me anytime. I'm available and I love helping and interacting with the youth of tomorrow. Okay. Yes. So this is about how to go about choosing your very good, good. Okay, just one. I don't know where it has gone. It's coming. Oh, no, just 1 minute. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Is my screen being seen? Because I don't use Google Meet much, that's why. No, it's coming in. Yeah, I'll share it to you also. Okay.
No problem, madam. Still, it is not processing. You may send later on. Principal sir will send it to the group. Unmute and talk, madam, please. You are muted.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a brief history of how to go about choosing your best fit career, a passionate career, and how useful it will be. When you reach around 60 years, you will have a holistic life. At the same time, earn lots of money also. You will enjoy the work that you do. There's a Japanese saying called ikigai. Like each day when you get out of bed, you should get out happily, wanting to go to office and do the work that you love. So that is your passion. So ultimately, if you find your passion, you will have a very fruitful, holistic life ahead of you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Any questions, anybody?
Hello, good evening, Dr. Bedkar sir, Prashant sir. Good evening, ma'am. Wonderful presentation. And how to choose a career, the people who are beginners, yes, definitely it is one of the very important turning point in their life. And many motivations are there. Many of the times people are going with the salaries, how much sum they are going to get. Some people are going with their, what education they have received. And some people are going with the passions. So what you have correctly pointed out, the passion, that drives more faster. So I think that is one of the key word what I can get from your presentation. And I have seen some people, they are even in the medical field. Someone wants to become a singer, someone wants to do some other things, and definitely they are doing very well over there also. Uh, what do you feel? Many of the times it happens that the parents, the peer pressures, the teachers, the expectations of the people, that drive them to some job where they are going every day in the morning and coming back again with no much enthusiasm and no learning and no happiness and no gratitude, and nothing is there with that. Only working for salary. So in such a kind of instances and situation, what kind of suggestion we should go with? Thank you.
Yeah, it's a very good question, actually. See, I'm trying to bring in awareness, a lot of awareness. Parents as well as teachers need to be aware. I think with the new NEP policy in place, it will take a few years down the line. Students can choose the subjects that they like. You can combine a science with a dance or a song, singing subject also. So once you bring that into focus, then the careers line can be streamlined more into what they would enjoy doing. Like you rightly pointed out, a doctor can be a good singer also. An engineer can be a good actor also, can go into films also. So ultimately, it is passion which will drive you. Students do not realize it now. They will realize it when they reach the age of 40, 45. Then only they will realize. So that awareness has to be brought into the parents first. And I think like Principal Dr. Bedkar and all are the institute directors, principals can bring in these events. They can arrange such webinars for parents so that they can be guided. And examples should be brought forward of successful people who have chosen not only academics, of course, academics. For example, last week there was a student from Bangalore who I coached. Very good, and she really wants to pursue mathematics. That is very rare nowadays. And she has got a centum in almost right from class 6 onwards. She wants to do mathematics and go into research. Where, how, she didn't know. I said, okay, IIT is one of the best institutes, or the Madras Institute of Mathematics. You pursue it from there. Now she's focused on her goal. So we guide them accordingly, according to their passion. It is maths which drives her passion like anything. It is very unusual, very rare to see such students nowadays. But she is one. It is not that academics is not good. That's what I'm saying. There are people modeling. How do I choose a career as a model? Coaching me, ma'am, can you ask, one day can I ask my parents to come into the session with you? So these are the questions that people ask. And there is a career there also. Even if you need not walk on the ramp, there are side ways in which you can get into the role model career.
That is somewhere at Nandurbar. So yes, definitely, your wish and your passion, that madness behind something really drives you at some higher height. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Prachasa, can I?
Ravindra Ramatkar sir would like to ask.
Yeah.
Please. Ramatkar sir.
Prashant sir, good evening. You are requested to spell my surname as a Ramatkar. Bedkarji knows.
Yes, sir. I will play next time.
Subadra madam, many congratulations for delivering this topic. It was very excellent.
Thank you.
The things comes to my mind while listening you. Definitely the skill, the points you have raised here for 8 to 10 points you have raised here. My question is, the hobby and passionating work. These are the two sides of the same coin, or the two things are different? Why I'm asking you in the context of deriving the happiness from the work which we do. So routine work do not give us happiness. Hobbies, in hobbies we do not have consistency. As far as passionate is concerned, we do have the more happiness. As you an experienced experts, having learned all these things and delivered topic today. How? Because after all, the aim of this platform, that is the world record series, definitely it provides an opportunity to experts to share their talent. We get an opportunity to update our talent. But more important that a common man, a common participant, how to get happiness or joy. As your topic is so, how can we derive more happiness from a kind of passionate work rather than hobby?
Okay, that's a good question. See, both are same sides of the coin, but there is a slight difference between both. Hobby, like you said, there can be many hobbies. You can spend, you are not consistent in pursuing just one. You have so many hobbies. Some are like gardening, reading, going for long walks, going for a vacation. All these are hobbies. Okay. But passion is something that once you discover that, you are hell-bent on doing the same thing over and over again. Even if you hate it, automatically your mind gets into doing that same thing again. So that is your passion. So you need to find that out. That is why I'm saying passion is a journey. You have to find it out. Then only you will know how to build a career around that. It can be gardening. It can be anything. But you should be focused only on that. Hobbies change with time. Then you spend some time with this hobby. You switch over to another hobby. take the example of dance. Why so many people learn dance? They love dance a lot, but they do not pursue it as a career, whereas a select few go in for a career. You will notice the difference between the two. Some of them enjoy dancing in their free time. Whenever they are free, it may not be consistent, but they are so thoroughly passionate about that whatever come may, even if it rains, sun, whatever it is, they have to do the dance that day. So that is their passion. So you need to find the difference between the two and then pursue.
Madam, Madam,
Yeah.
let me continue.
Yeah.
I was asking about happiness to be derived. Happiness to be derived. And as far as the school education or the college education is concerned, we generally focus or call the children to go for hobbies, not developing the skills of passionate.
Yeah.
So here, as academicians, we have to develop this kind of concept among the students. Work with passion rather than keeping the
work with. That is why the new NEP policy states that you can select the subjects that you love. So there are certain criteria, and of course, like 3 subjects, your main subjects, the other 2 are your hobbies. So once you pursue your hobbies, you will know your strength where it is, apart from your main subjects. Then you go on to defining your career. This starts right from school nowadays. Earlier it was not there. Now only people are starting to recognize this and following this. So that will bring you happiness.
It's correct, madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam, very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
May I ask Prashant sir?
Yes, Badruddin sir. Please welcome.
Very good. It was a very burning topic, and really speaking the students, the people of the student community, basically, they are really needed this type of passion. They are lacking. As earlier a speaker has said rightly that passionate and hobbies are quite different from passionate. Passion must be, you have commitment, you have zeal to do something. You have, as you rightly mentioned, you are using the word time and again, focus. Unless one is focused on what I should do, what I should do. Because recently in Hyderabad, one boy who was playing cricket for under 14, under 17, 19, and under 21. Then he saw he doesn't have the chance to get into the Indian team. He just put his sincere effort and went to Delhi and got through the UPSC. To get focus. This is what passion of having. It's passion can develop in the sense of seeing others what a perceive, seeing others and getting the counseling or mentoring from their mentors. I think that is, as you rightly mentioned in NEP, mentoring is becoming part and parcel of teaching, because children may not have the aptitude of that, but we need to inculcate the aptitude and see that they should be, as you rightly using the word focus, they must be made to focus on that, made to passionate about certain things, and then they can become master in that particular area. And that's a very wonderful idea you are giving. This should be continued in the every school. Teachers should make it say the part of their teachings, that they should make 1 hour, half an hour, a weekly 1 or 2 hours to be spent for the students counseling. And my question was that, ma'am, so there are lots of options, but why these people are making a wrong career, a selection of wrong career? What could be the basic reason? Wrong career, and after having certain time spent, they regret, and again they get back to what they really thought of.
No, one is awareness. That is the first thing which comes. Next is lack of opportunities. They have to try and find out the opportunities where and grab the opportunity that are available to them. So they are not able to take that. They take failure as setbacks. Instead, if you're focused on one particular route, you need to stay focused. And like you said, again, one more point is passion. Okay, if you cannot discover your passion can always be diverted. Like I took the example of my father. I said he wanted to be a doctor. He couldn't be a doctor because of his handwriting, only because of his handwriting. That's when he said, till today he's very busy. He says, what if I cannot? The same diseases can be related with plants as well as humans. The same medicine, same type, in a different methodology, of course.
Okay.
So that's how you can, shift your passion. Now today he's passionate about agriculture. He's passionate about plants. So he was in the pathology. He studied pathology of plants. So you can take a change, but there are very few people like that.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
No, in the UPSC, most of the APSC candidates, the civil surveyors, either they come from a medicine background, engineering background. It is because they have the passion to become civil servants. They wanted to become to Indian services. If you have that in mind, passion to become something, you can you energize yourself and put your all forces, your all energies towards that. You will definitely get success. People say it's not my cup of tea. Why should I try? No, they should get try. Let the failure they face. What I presume.
Yeah, there are many opportunities. There is lack of awareness. Once you get many opportunities available nowadays, this awareness should be brought about to the masses.
You are right. You are right.
Yeah.
So thank you, Honorable Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, Ravindra Ramatkar sir, and Dr. Badiuddin sir for your nice queries. Honorable Subadra madam has given nice answer to your questions. Now request the Honorable Principal sir, the Chief Organizer of the series, for the concluding words. You are most welcome, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Now I move towards the vote of thanks. I think ma'am have left. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur. As we know, organized World Record Series 2. Today we have completed 296th day of the series, and the keynote speaker for today's session was on dais Honorable Dr. Subadra and Ilan Madam, who talked upon the topic 9 ideas for choosing your passionate career to become a millionaire. Now this topic you have presented so nicely, clearly in a simple language. So I very thankful to you, madam, for your wonderful explanation upon the topic. You covered all those aspects regarding the topic in a simple words, in a detail. So thanks a lot once again. I thanks the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Ambedkar sir. Also thanks the faculty members of my college, Dr. Sanjay Kale sir, Dr. Anita Dole madam, Praveen Udge sir, and others. Heartily thanks all those dear participants, including Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, Ravindra Ramatkar sir, Dr. Badiuddin sir, who asked nice queries in the session. So thanks a lot once again to you all. Now I request, please fill the feedback link which is given in the chat box. So with the kind permission of the chief organizer, I declare today's session is over. Thanks a lot once again, please.
Thank you, sir.